Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Today's topic is about cancer fatigue. I know it all too well. Um, I want to talk about what it is and how we can manage it. Just giving you some sound advice from personal experience. It's not just feeling tired, it's really feeling weak and weary, almost like joint pain. And I know that that's not about tiredness, but it's like tired to move, muscles, and just everything hurts, and everything makes me tired. Um, but there are things that I want to do, so I will tell you what I do to try to manage it. Um, but I believe I read about 75 to 80% of people with cancer that this is the most common side effect. And it becomes a way of life. It's not good at all. Yeah, of course it's not good at all. It's stressful, and it's frustrating, and it can add to your fatigue. Actually, stress makes you tired. So, um, cancer treatments also come with their own challenges when fatigued. Being on chemo, for instance, or a chemo agent pill form, surgeries, it can all add up. But even if you're not on treatment, like right now, I'm not on any treatments, and what I'm experiencing is the cancer fatigue itself. And it just sort of depletes things from your system. All your systems are affected by it. and it affects the day-to-day chores. I think eventually, if you're advanced or in hospice, it can you're probably at the point where even just self-care is difficult. Being able to take a shower, which is something that we're really used to day to day. There are things like now, for instance, if I'll just to clip my fingernails or my toenails, I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. It's almost like picking your battles, and it'll get done, but it's not done with the vim and vigor that I once had. But there are still things that I want to do. I want to be able to go out to a restaurant or to see a friend, and I'm limiting that, which is really sad. But if it's really that important to me, I do pick my battles here. So let's say I'm going to go to a restaurant with a friend. I have my good days and my bad days, and what I want to do is put things in my favor. So there are things that can make you feel better through the day. One of them is conserving energy. So maybe the day before I might rest. I make sure that I don't do more than one thing in a day. That's true. I mean, whether I go to the doctor's or whether I see a client, and now I'm only seeing a client maybe a couple of times a week. But whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to be mindful about it. For instance, one of the things that has been said is exercise is really good for fatigue. That's easy to say. I think maybe stretching or a really like chair exercises with light yoga, maybe. I am not one who jumps up and down anymore. I don't, no treadmills, if it's nicer out, I have a favorite tree outside that I walk to and come back, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not going to give you 20 minutes of aerobic activity, let's put it that way. I'm done with that. But I also know with joint pain and arthritis kind of feelings that it's important to stretch. And I try to do a little bit of that. But I will conserve my energy, and because I have had to cancel things, that I've gotten too stressed over other things that needed to be done. And I'll look at a weekly calendar and I'm like, that day is going to suck because I'm really going to be exhausted. And if I had something and then a doctor wants to see me on a certain day, which, we're at the doctor's schedule at their mercy, unfortunately, these days, then that's what you have to do. And if I have to get through it, I'm just going to make sure that I sleep well the night before, when I know I could have a stressful day. And it's not always a stressful day. Sometimes I surprised myself that I was able to do a certain amount of things and I didn't need a nap. That might be just that I had a lot of coffee that day. I don't know. But I'm still at a point where I can be active, but I have to plan for that. And nutrition is also very important. Too many carbs, that's not good. Not enough protein, but I'm also a diabetic. So that's something that I try to be mindful of. Yes, I do have my share of junk food. I mean, you still have to live, but I pick the battles on that as well. I'm mindful about, how much bread I had in a day, for instance, and then in the evening I won't, but that's just practice, really. But being on a lower carb, higher protein diet is a big help. Anything that would give you more energy, a lot of eggs, and I like a lot of eggs. And with cheesy scrambled eggs, something like gives you comfort, but only one slice of toast, that kind of thing. I think everybody has to manage it the way they see fit, but those are just some suggestions that you can keep in mind. I think keeping your sense of humor is also very important. And if I have a friend that I have to cancel on, it's totally acceptable. They understand. They truly understand. And you just try to reschedule it for another day. There are times, though, that make me very nervous. Like, I think I mentioned in another video, I like to go to Philadelphia with my husband, and we took my stepchild with us last time. And I can only walk so far. When you're in the city and you have to walk blocks, you have to be mindful that that's what's going to happen. You have to anticipate these things. And for me, it's just about wearing the right shoes, which the last time we went, I kind of didn't. And just going slow. Stop and go into a shop and look around, and it's slower pace. And so you're not really left behind by everybody you're with. And they get it. That's the most important thing, is that people around you understand and love you. And I think that sometimes there are embarrassing situations. You want to be seen as strong as you were before. Another thing that is embarrassing, going to a restaurant again. There are some meals that I eat and I haven't really quite figured it out, but I have to go to the bathroom like almost immediately, or at least within 5-10 minutes. And I could be in there for a few minutes. I don't want to be challenged that way, to have to, I have all kinds of things to try to regulate my bowels, but they have a mind of their own. So that's not always a pleasant situation, but that's where keeping your sense of humor is important, and again, you have loved ones that understand and they care, and you just have to be honest with, this is the situation. It's not about you. It's about what your body's doing, Anyway, you have to think about those things and what will help you have a better day. I kind of plan for sick days, so I can't schedule something every single day, that's for sure. There are days when I could take 3 naps, but it's kind of unpredictable. You do the best you can to harness it and to get used to certain patterns. But, that's it. This is part of life now, and it's my new normal, and I don't care for it. But I enjoy having a good day here and there. It keeps me going, as long as I have got a day, a couple of days a week. I will, no, actually, I have more good days than bad days. I like to have a couple of good days in a row. That doesn't always happen. But there's no day that I'm not mindful of conserving energy, stretching, and most important, meditation and energy work. I know that may not be for everybody, but it's important to me. The energy work is kind of like inner healing. I believe in mind over matter. I don't know if I could move this whole thing out of my body, but I feel like I could, let's say, have a little bit more control over it. Having control over your body is a gift, and not everybody has it, but learning meditation will bring you to a peaceful place. So if you don't meditate, I recommend that you might want to consider learning it, So I'm going to go now. I do have some things to do today, and I'm having an iffy day again, but it's not that bad that I don't need to cancel anything. And honestly, if I did, then I probably wouldn't have the energy to do the video. But just pick your battles and stay as well as you can, and know that people love you. Feel blessed because you are blessed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.